They hide the truth in the shadows. It's time to light the way. This is the Fifth Estate.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this first episode of the Fifth Estate. I'm your host, Mr. Roderick Threets, and I welcome you to the new year. Hopefully, everybody has had their fill of the New Year cheer, past Christmas cheer. And those of you that have not taken down your Christmas lights, you are the devil. You are the devil. You got to take these things down after the new year. You're the devil. So take them things down. Look, I give you to this weekend. But after that, you got to take it down, yo. Unless you pay me to do it. I mean, you can pay me to do it, and I'll pull up, and I'll charge you a couple grand to do it. But believe me not, I'll do it. I'll do it for a nominal fee. Trust me, bro. I'm pulling out the trust me, bro. But anyway, all serious, all BS aside, I appreciate y'all for pulling up this evening. It's gonna be pretty short for the most part, but not too short. But we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Y'all know which elephant I'm talking about. We're talking about the Maduro thing. Now, contrary to my popular belief, y'all know me, right? Y'all know me. Y'all know how this game is played, right? You know I don't like the fact that we did that, with minimal state and everything, But I understand and I respect the Constitution of the United States that gave him the authority to do so. Now, do I need to say out loud what my real thought is about the whole thing? I'm happy for the Venezuelan people. I'm really happy for them. I'm happy that they're finally they're going to get to a point to have more peace, right, in their lives. I mean, not standing in bread lines, right, and things of that nature to get food, starting from one day to the next, or rolling brownouts from one day to the next, right? Like, we need to recognize that these people have had their election stolen from them. They've had their lives stolen away from them. Like, people that have never lived in oppression, and this is no knock to any fellow United Statians, right? But if you have never lived in oppression, you can only sympathize with it. If you have never, ever lived in a nation that has been reduced to a second or even third world country because of its leadership, take a whole seat. Right? And I mean that with all due respect. I really do. I mean that with all due respect. And again, that's aimed at the people that are running around in the streets pro Maduro. Like, this is fucking insane. I mean, this is insanity to a whole other level. I don't know how many people actually recognize this for what it is, but this is on a whole other level. I mean, you can't go, watch this, you can't go from what, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, right? Of no kings, right? You can't go no kings, right? And then turn around and say, you can't go take the king out. Now we're pro king, right? Because that's what a dictator is, right? A de facto king, right? After they've had duly elected presidents, Maduro never transferred power. I thought the same people that were sitting here talking about, saying Maduro, I thought they were about the peaceful transfer of power. Did we not hear that? Did we not hear that for how long? After 2021, the peaceful transfer of power. The fuck? Twice, two duly elected presidents of Venezuela never got to take power because Maduro said, no, I'm staying here. And these dumb ass, yep, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it all the way. These dumb ass white liberals, AKA, let's call them what they are, white supremacists, cannot stand for brown people to be free. Yeah, I said it. I said the whole thing out loud because I don't care about these people. They are still the same people that are like Nathan Bedford Forrest. The same people. You mad because brown people are now free in Venezuela, right? The same way. Look, the same way they want the brown people to come to the United States to pick agriculture, right? Am I missing the mark here or something? Like you can't sit here and tell me, right? And these are the same people, right, that think African Americans, quote unquote, indigenous people, they treat them like pets. Like this, if the overt white supremacy was not so blatant, it is now more than ever. I'm sorry. You know I don't get on this kick, but you got to point out the bullshit when you see it. And this is the bullshit. This is the bullshit. You can't walk around and say, I support minorities, but then talk about Trump can't go into Venezuela and snatch up a guy that is technically not the president. I want y'all to think about that in a second. You got fucking white supremacists, yes, white liberals. I'm calling you white supremacists. I'm calling you what the fuck you are because I'm tired, right? You think international law trumps the U.S. Constitution. What the fuck are we doing? These people sat right here on Threads. They sat right here on X. President Trump, the Constitution of the United States does not apply to citizens, to other people, only United States citizens. Now you're worried about the Constitution applying to U.S. citizens, but you didn't have the same smoke for the illegal immigrants coming over trying to say they have constitutional rights. Y'all need to pick something. Y'all confused cognitive dissonance fucking animals. Y'all need to pick something. Like literally. The president, I want you idiots to understand. The president exercising his constitutional power has nothing to do with the U.S. citizen. The backlash you're trying to bring about, you're actually defending international law over the U.S. Constitution, and by default, that is seditionist. You are a seditionist if you support international law over the United States Constitution. Because I want people to remember this, right? International law is only a treatise among nations. And what does the Constitution say about treatises? Oh, okay, got you. This is what I want these people to understand. International law does not trump the United States Constitution. I don't care what kind of shit you got going on. How the president of the United States acts, or let me take the president. Let's take Trump out of it. Article 2 is clear. Article 2, Section 4 is very fucking clear. That does not, that supersedes international law. Period. And then these people sitting out here in the middle of the street. These people sitting out here in the middle of the street, literally protesting. I got a video I'm going to play real quick. I got a video over here. Give me a second. I'm gonna get it on the lam here real quick so y'all can see it. There's actually a protest. This one's in New York. Yeah, this one's in New York City. It just goes to show you that people are blatant idiots and will do anything for whatever. I mean, this is proven. But I gotta bring it up. I gotta play the video, yo. I gotta play the video. We gotta pull the bean footage up. I gotta let y'all hear this because this is crazy work. This is literal crazy work. Let me see what we got here. Well, let me share it. Watch. Listen to this.
Venezuela. Esa bandera no es de ellos, esa bandera es de nosotros, esa bandera no es de ellos.
Venezuela, yo, we are Venezuela. You are from my country. What part of Venezuela you are? 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 You are not from my country. You are not from my country. You are not from my country. You are not from my country.
No volverá. No volverá.
We want justice, you say how.
Release Maduro right now.
Release Maduro right now.
Prepagados.
Hay trono de bicho, hija de puta, perra, nigger.
That's what we're doing. That's what needs to be done. Not to U.S. Not to the people that are out of Gaza, out of everything that's built by
Nigger, africana.
Country, you are not from my country. Don't be stupid. You are not from my country.
I love the Marilla. God bless America.
You support his imprisonment.
La mejor operación quirúrgica que necesitaba el pueblo venezolano. No importa, no me importa eso. ¿Cuántos miles de venezolanos? ¿Cuántos miles de venezolanos? He did it.
Right there, you said thank you.
Get him the fuck out of here.
Suck my dick,
No, it's over.
fuck up.
Let's go. That's twice now, bro. No.
No, pero tiene que
Yo lo sé, mi rey, pero
tiene que hablar.
No war with Venezuela.
No war with Venezuela.
Viva, viva. Pero la policía para favor.
Viva Venezuela.
Lucha, lucha, Venezuela.
Lucha, lucha, Venezuela.
Dinero, the money.
I want to point out something, right? And if I'm wrong for pointing this out, people. But you see the crowd still on the screen, right? You see the crowd, right? You see one dark brown person in the whole crowd. What else do you see in that crowd? I'm just calling this spade for what it is. Soros flags, yeah, that's fair. I don't see, like, I might see some I don't think the people in that crowd are even Venezuelan. Like, I think they're just lightly shared caramel drops in the crowd to try to make it less white. But the crowd, right, here's the trend, right? The crowd is white. Isn't this fucked up? The white liberal, I'm sorry, I misidentified them. The white supremacist cannot stand for a good protest to go by. I guarantee you 99% of these people have never been to Venezuela. It's the same thing, right? It's the same trend, right? Think about this a minute, people, right? First it was the Ukraine flag, right? Then it was the Palestinian flag, and now it's the Venezuelan flag. Let's keep it 100K, okay? They cannot stop themselves. Prostitutes for the Communist Party, yeah. They cannot stop themselves at all. Like, this is crazy. I mean, like I said before, my statement will remain true until someone tells me different. These people don't want to see brown people free. They don't. And I hate to bring it there, right? But they don't. They don't even want to see Jewish people free running around. They want to put them back in concentration camps. These same white supremacists, white liberals. They want to put Jewish people in concentration camps again. Hence why they elected Mamdani. Like you can't write, you cannot look at this and not look at the matter of fact if you're historically sound. You can't. There's no way you can. I mean, like these people, like this picture I'm about to bring back up, right? And this again, this is a sidebar to the sidebar, right? But that thing around this guy's neck, the kafaya, right? Many people that put that damn thing around their neck, right? Don't know that originated in Iraq. That's a fishing net design. But they use it for Palestine. It's not Muslim. But these white ass liberals, and I hate talking about, but it's in our face, and I have to talk about it now. I have to. Because these people they claim to be the smartest people, but they got rocks rolling around up there. Rocks. Like, some of these people have brought out the very, very bad side of me. That's exactly correct, Miss Rihanna. That's exactly correct. Like this and the nerve of people to not call these people out. But you know what's even crazy? You know what's even crazier is that, right? Is that these white liberals think they know better than the people, right? That of that nationality. How you been privileged in the United States, to a degree where anybody touches a little brown hair on your head, motherfucker goes to jail for life. And you have the audacity, I'm sorry, let me back that up. You have the caucasity to tell a brown man that had lived in that oppression and left on a raft or smuggled through other means to escape being starved to death. You gonna tell him his country about his country? Bitch, y'all got some nerve. Y'all got some real nerve. It's the same thing how you white liberals try to talk to black people about slavery. Bitch, sit the fuck down. Your family probably came here after Ellis Island. Take a whole fucking seat. You don't know what the books tell you. But when people tell you their family history, oh no, that's not right. Because Washington and all of them were slave owners and slave masters. Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. Family history will always trump book history. Always. And because these people have no history to go back to in this country, they think they can appropriate and misappropriate other cultures and other nations' history because they feel a certain way. These people sit here and tell you Maduro would kidnap their people, kidnap their loved ones, and hold them for fucking ransom. They tell you they got the Russians and the Hezbollah and all these bad boy factions running through the country killing people. But no, Maduro is such a good guy. Shut the fuck up. See, these same white liberals would argue with Hitler on the Holocaust. They would side right with that motherfucker. Oh, it really wasn't that bad. You don't know what you're talking about. No, shut up. But at the, Jesus. Look, they can point out the dictator and Hitler. They can point out, right? Watch this. They can try to draw a line between Hitler and Trump, but they won't draw the line from Maduro to the Gulf cartel, Sinaloa cartel. They won't draw that line. Oh no, those people just will stay oppressed down there. We need them oppressed and not rise up. But oh no, here we can't have the white supremacy here. Bitch, you're wearing the cape. Call you Captain Super Supremacist. I don't know what the fuck to call you. I find it fascinating that they will talk about Mustache Man. And to your point, Ms. Bell, they'll even deny the Holocaust. These white liberals are literally denying the Holocaust because, look, to that point, I gotta get to that point, right? These people, the Jewish community in New York went after Mom Donnie and said, "Why'd y'all delete all of?" And let me see if I can actually find the post because he got under heat for that. Let me see if I can find the post. Hold on. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. So I just seen it. Hold on, where is it? So I just seen it. I just seen it on X. Here's a funny one. Here's a funny post. Let me throw this up there. Let's just go there. Let's go there. Yeah, New York City Jews for Zoran. Yeah, Let me know how that's gonna work out for you in the near future. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find that post. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I want to get to something else real quick, and I think I need to upload it real quick. Um, so, so give me a brief minute, but this shit is getting wilder by the effing minute around these parts. While we're in here, I want to stay in New York a second because let me see if I can find it. I need to find it. I can probably play it right here. So let me save this one. Let me see if I can find her. The lady that is his housing person said something. Let me see. Oh, here it is right here. Um the housing official, right, for Zoran, right? Let me prop this up on the screen. Y'all got to hear this shit. This shit is bat shit fucking crazy, man. Let me see if I can pull this up and play this real quick. Yeah, we should be able to play it. Hold on, y'all.
I think the reality is that for centuries we've really treated property as an individualized good and not a collective good, and we are going to transitioning to treating it as a collective good and towards a model of shared equity will require that we think about it differently, and it will mean that families, especially white families, but some POC families who are homeowners as well, are going to have a different relationship to property than the one that we currently have. I think the reality is that for centuries we've really treated property as an individualized good.
So that was repeating itself. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to repeat it, but you heard what she said, right? Yeah, y'all heard what she said, but peep game though, peep game, right? I'm gonna go somewhere else with this, right? Let me see if I can find it real quick because I did bookmark it. Here we go. Oh, perfect. Let's go here a second. This is something she said about 7 years ago, which lines up exactly what she's talking about. She said there is no such thing as a good gentrifier. Only people who are actively working on projects to dismantle white supremacy and capitalism, and people who aren't. So she thinks, listen at this, right? I want y'all to see what she just said, right? She's saying people that are actively working on projects to dismantle white supremacy and capitalism are good are gentrifiers are only good gentrifiers, right? I want people to understand, especially my melanated people that listen. I want you to understand what she just said here. I want you to understand what she just said here, and think about your inner cities, right? And I bring up this analogy all the time because one of the first projects was the city of Atlanta, Zone 4, 5, and 6, right? They gentrified starting with Zone 4, right, in the late 70s. Zone 5 was the mid 80s. Zone 6 was the early 90s, and pushed what they do? They pushed all the brown people out and built basically luxury apartment homes in zones 4, 5, and 6 and jacked the rent up to over $2K. And this was at the turn of the 21st. You know damn well them brown people, the black people that have been in zones 4, 5, and 6 all their lives, lost their homes, everything. Lost their livelihood, everything, due to gentrification. I want people to understand this, right? I want people to understand this. And then they send the black people further out to the suburbs away from the jobs, right? Because remember, it was opposite. Let me take y'all through a quick history lesson, right? Because if you remember when I talked about the New Deal 3 or 4 years ago in extensive manner, you're going to understand this, right? You got to remember, right? With the Wagner Act that came out of the New Deal, public sector unions could discriminate. Guess who couldn't join those public sector unions? Remember, Wagner Act was 30s, right? New Deal, right? Yeah, you know it. What they ended up doing, right? Remember the Great Migration of the 30s from the South, from the brown belt of the South up to the cities, because they promised them wonderful jobs. They sold their farms to the government, right? And sent them to the cities, Chicago, Boston, New York, right? Los Angeles, right? And then what they do to them. Watch this, right? Watch this. To this girl's point you see on the screen, right? They redlined it, didn't they? That redlining was a form of gentrification, right? Because the people could barely work the jobs in the cities, et cetera, but they kept them there, gave them minimum wage, right? And then what happened? The suburban sprawl happened, right? You know how we got all the cookie cutter homes in the suburbs? Yeah, that's a product of the New Deal, people, right? So they started building homes, FHA homes, out in the suburbs and moved the white folks from the inner city, because remember, it's still Jim Crow, right? Moved them to the suburbs, and then what happened? They moved the jobs from the city to the suburbs. While they're still redlining in the cities, the people had no value in the homes they bought. The value was decreasing because the crime was increasing, and they was creating the problem. One hell of a gentrification, isn't it? Now watch this. Let's bring that same philosophy into present day. What this C. Weaver is talking about with the COPA Act, they're going to do the exact same thing. This is Jim Crow 3.0 all over again. It might affect some POCs. No, it's going to affect some POCs, but mainly white people. But what you've done, you've reversed the discrimination, right? Even though there's no reverse discrimination, they're just pointing the discrimination towards white people, not black people. And guess who's going to benefit? The black people, because I guarantee you, once they start seizing people's homes to the government do in the name of white supremacy, to dismantle white supremacy, they're going to offer those homes to black people. It's no different. It's no different. And what that's going to end up doing is putting the government can create redlining again. Like, these motherfuckers don't get it. This is not new language. They just spiced it up and added some salt to it to make it palatable. But no, I'm sorry, boo-boo. I'm completely sorry. This is gentrification and redlining all over again. Jim Crow 3.0. And people falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Because I need to be able to afford a home, right? It's all in the name of affordable housing, right? Tell me, look, if I sound stupid, please tell me. But I'm just saying the historical markers are there for another Jim Crow 3.0. But y'all go ahead, white liberals. Y'all go ahead. Y'all pop off, though. You know everything, huh? Free Maduro, bitch. Free Maduro. Like something, whatever. I don't know what kind of jingle they're going to come with that. I mean, the audacity to hold up signs. Hey, you might as well hold up signs, free Hitler. At this point, I mean, literally, free Hitler, free Noriega, free Pablo Escobar. Free Che Guevara. He shouldn't have died. He was a revolutionary. He was for the people. No, he was for subjugation of all people. Sorry. He even said so himself. Dummies. They didn't read the fine print. Doc, I'm sorry. As long as I breathe breath, there'll be no form of white supremacy surviving while I'm alive. And if we got to go and march and dismantle New York, that's what we'll have to do. That's what we're going to have to do. I mean, I think the biggest intelligence organization is the United States people. I mean, we can sow all kinds of dissent in New York City, can't we? Because I guarantee you, if Zoran does what he wants to do, that city will be under siege. That city will be under siege for 4 years. And at the end of the day, here's what's even more fucked up. As people look at Zoran's brown face, he is still white. He is still a white man in this country. I'm sorry, what? Dismantle white supremacy when the mayor of your city is white. White as fuck. But y'all didn't want the Negro in there, did you? The Negro, we had to remove the Negro because he's colluding with Turkish Airlines. But we we put a white boy right there, right up in there, huh? I can't make this shit up. I'm just telling you the storyline. Anyway, I need to get off. I need to get off this screen. I need to get from in front of this screen. I just figured y'all wanted to hear the information about Maduro and how our fellow United Statians are acting, and it's fucking disgusting how they're acting. It is very, very, very fucking disgusting to back a dictator, but hate one, call our president a dictator, but then hold a sign up to free another dictator. Like, get the fuck out of here. You can't make this shit up. This is why I can't ever have conversations with people that are plumb idiots. This is why I ask qualifying questions. This is why I ask qualifying questions. I have to. And if you don't know the baseline, I can't talk to you because you're going to give me opinions on shit you didn't write or read. Right? Like, again, going to the point, right? A point of people thinking international law trumps United States Constitution. I need people to go read Reed versus Covert. People need to go read Reed versus Covert. Because in that decision, they specifically say that international law does not supersede the United States Constitution. Fucking idiots. But this is what happens when you don't read. Oh, I just read the summary. Read the whole 94 pages and get back to me. I don't need to read what someone else summarized for you. What did you read? Read the whole damn thing so you know what the fuck you're talking about. Because spewing out a summary and I ask you a question about how did it get to that conclusion? Well, I don't know. I read it in the summary. Shut the fuck up. Clean the fuck up. This is the problem with America. Instant gratification for a dunk. And then look stupid in the end and you got to delete your comments or your posts because I freaking dragged your ass from Kalamazoo to Miami. I might have even pulled you out to Key West, cross the 7 Mile Bridge. Because you're that damn stupid. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, all that good stuff. And remember, we'll be back here tomorrow on Tuesday. Y'all already know. I'm not going to know what the show is until I am told what the show is. So, with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Remember, love your neighbors, love your family. But if you don't, you got to love yourself. Because if you don't, everything else will fall apart around you. Until next time, y'all. Peace and love.